What's going on, guys? This is Will, and today there's really nothing happening. I went to my therapist this morning, and we just had a meeting thing, and it was a pretty decent session. It wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the best, but I got some things out, and so there was a lot of positivity to it, so I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna be pretty much be alone all day today, and so nothing's really gonna happen. I'm probably just gonna sit down in my mom's bed, watch some YouTube videos, maybe rehearse, listen to music, take a nap. I don't know. But other than that, that's pretty much just going to be my day for today. So we're going to be talking about a few things I wanted to talk about yesterday, but I was full of so many distractions, and it was getting really close. So I had to rush. Anyways, so today, or the Eagles won the Super Bowl on Sunday. Holy crap. How much I wish I was in Philly at that moment. I never thought that I would be so happy and excited to see like a football game, and I have, because not only was Justin Timberlake the halftime show, which is one of my favorite artists ever, but on top of that, Philly's in the Super Bowl. My God, this year has been decently good, and it's been very good and very decent, and I've been very happy about it. Oh my God. But the football game was great. It was fantastic. I was talking to my friends. We were talking on this app, and we were like going through the plays, and it was really cool. I wish I was like around other people. Like, I wish all my family was down here, like my sister, my brother-in-law, and all the kids and just everything. And we were like by the big TV and just watching a big Super Bowl game, and really getting hype every time the Eagles scored, and then just ran outside and just made a made a bunch of noise. Fantastic. I wish I was in Philly at that moment too, just to like be a part of that crowd of everybody being so happy and unified for just that one night. That's the best thing about I guess about this being such a big thing, is that for once, like, people who you would never really look at, that you would never talk to, it doesn't matter who you are at that point, what race you are, doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter what you did, nothing at all, because at the end of the day, everybody had this common feeling of happiness and joy and celebration, and it just created this beautiful unification of a bunch of people gathered and loving things, and just, it didn't matter. You didn't talk to your neighbor for 15 years or whatever. At that moment, you were talking and you were yelling and screaming, and if only life could be like that more often. Now, obviously, there were a few bad apples that got a little bit too drunk and were freaking bulldozing cars and jumping on poles and stuff and being stupid. But, from my friend's experience, he said that it was fantastic. It was very fantastic experience, and it was just amazing just to see all that, and just for somebody to just, they feel happy and proud. It just felt like that's what victory feels like. That's what being a world champion feels like, and just all these people being so invested in these teams, and it was so good to see this game. I never thought I would just be so just like glued to my TV and stressed and stuff. Like, normally I don't like sports. But like that day, I was like a football fan. I was on the TV. I was glued to it. I was all on it. And yeah, so there's that. After that, I saw the Justin Timberlake halftime show. It was in between. It was at halftime. And I was incredibly disappointed by it, because I know he's capable of doing so much more. He was barely singing. I mean, he was dancing and moving around and things like that. But he was dancing like he'll do like a two-step and a beat whatever thing, do a little singing here or there, and then just kind of just walk to the next stage. It just felt incredibly rushed, and it felt like it just was like I'm like, dude, did you just like make this up last minute? Like, what is it? Why are you hyping this Super Bowl up, this halftime show to be the greatest thing ever, when the game actually outshined you? You know, so the game was so much bigger than the halftime performance. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm glad that Justin was there. I had fun during his halftime performance. I was liking everything. But then when I look back at it, when I rewatched it again, I realized how underwhelming it was. I mean, it was good at the time and whatnot because, you know, the Eagles were ahead and everything was good. But yeah, it was just, yeah, I was just too stressed, and that was a really good, like, you know, got time. I said, and I called it. I knew he was gonna do Filthy first. I knew it. People said he's gonna do the new song last. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not going to. I thought he was gonna end with Mirrors. I'm like, oh, this is the end of it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. He's gonna do Can't Stop a Feeling. So he ended it on a happy note instead of the sad note. So I'm just like, okay, cool. So the entire performance was interesting, but it wasn't. It was exactly the way I thought it would go. So if you're a Justin Timberlake fan and you kind of know how he does these big stunt shows that are like a medley of all his songs, you kind of know where the order's going. There's a few little surprises there, you know, with the Prince tribute and things. I wasn't really feeling it. Though I love it. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. But that Super Bowl performance was fantastic. Yesterday, I went to go see The Greatest Showman with two of my friends from the course. I won't mention their names just in case if they don't want to be put in these series. So that's the respect. So if you notice that we hung out or something like that, and I don't say your name on these videos, just know that it's out of respect because I didn't get any permission from anybody, and I don't want to put names on here if you don't want your name to be on here. So that's why. But I watched Greatest Showman, and it was so fantastic. It was a really, really good movie. I love the music, and I love the whole idea of it being a man, about a boy who was poor, who grew up to be a man, and he was still poor, but they were happy and everything. And then all of a sudden he had this idea, and then the idea didn't work out, and he tricked a bank to try to get money and a loan, and they were able to use that loan. Eventually he was able to get a building, and all of a sudden he came up with the idea to create the circus. That gave him some success, but a lot of hate too, and a lot of controversy. He used that to the best of his abilities. He kept doing that, and then all of a sudden he wanted to be taken more seriously to try to please his critics. It's such a good movie. And then it's a good movie. It's just a good movie it's a great movie. So I was very surprised at the performances. Hugh Jackman was great, like always. Gorgeous man. Zac Efron, gorgeous man. Even some of the circus people, I'm like, ooh, you know. But other than that, This Is Me is probably my anthem song. I love that song on there. Lyrically, it just makes me want to cry because it's just so relatable, and the girl's voice in that song is just amazing. Anyways, I went to rehearsal yesterday, and I just got super tired. Like, I had all this energy. I was very excited. I felt very happy. And then just somewhere in the middle, I just like drained, and I lost all my energy. I couldn't do anything, and I felt like crap, like utter crap. And I just, my goal was just to get home. So anyways, my mom, she left to Puerto Rico. So I'm kind of lonely, and I miss her already. And, but, you know, I hope that I wish my grandma a speedy recovery. And, you know, I hope that, you know, that my mom gets back home soon when she can, and that everything will be okay again. So, anyways, guys, this has been Will. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.